Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey. Okay, so I see we have quite a few people here, a couple people here. I am so excited to go live tonight. I've definitely missed you guys and missed going live and uploading on YouTube. So just super excited to connect with you all today and answer any questions that you guys have, as well as just share a little bit about what I've been up to, how business is doing, how coaching is going, and yeah. So I'm going to give people a couple of minutes to just settle in, those who are joining. I did send out like a mass email, so super excited about that to my email list. As for what I'm doing, I just have a little, cup of wine here from downstairs in my apartment. So if you're joining me tonight, feel free to grab some wine or tea, some water, whatever your beverage and snack of choice is. And yeah, I'm super excited to jump in to our live today. Hello, I see we have 5 people here. Hello. Hi, Ali. As always, as usual, the first one to say hi. Holding it down. Hi, Ali. Thank you for joining me tonight. Hello, everyone joining for the replay. This will be posted afterward as well. So basically, I wanted to do a live because I have talked to so many people since my last live, and people seem to really, really, really enjoy when I just go live and do like a Q&A. So I wanted to do another one of these. If you are someone who is interested in coaching, maybe are trying to figure out if you would like to get certified or not get certified. Maybe you are trying to figure out who to actually coach, like who's your target audience or what industry or niche you should coach from. Those are the types of things that I would love to chat about today. I know a lot of people have questions around like how to package up their services, pricing. So I like to just take some time with my YouTube community and just answer those questions for you guys today. Yeah. So if you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat. All right, gonna set that wine over there because I want to make sure that I can give y'all good advice. So I'm gonna stop sipping. All right. So if no one has any questions yet, well, let me just say the floor is open. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat. But until you guys start asking questions, I'll just share a little bit about what I've been up to lately. So I think I cannot remember the last time I went live. Oh, Ali says, thank you for doing this live. It is my pleasure, Ali. I really enjoy doing these lives. I actually want to start putting them on my schedule more. It was 8 months ago. Gosh, oh my goodness, it's been that long. Yeah, so I think it was definitely earlier this year. So yeah, I want to start doing these a lot more because I think they're just a space to connect in real time. And lately, I haven't been putting as much time towards like vlogging and stuff like that as I just clear up some space and delegate some of my behind the scenes business tasks. So I think that lives are like a nice thing that I can do, like after my sessions for the day. That's very nice and relaxed and chilled, and we can just like chat, you know what I mean? So I would love to start doing these like once every 2 weeks. And I just spoke with an assistant today, a virtual assistant. So I'm finally taking that leap to get some help because my business At this point, I'm like, okay, to grow your business, I literally cannot do everything by myself. I've been trying to. And in that sense, I think I've been playing small. So speaking with an assistant today and actually moving forward with that process are some of the first steps that I'm taking to really be able to open up my business and maybe do a group coaching program and just be able to reach more of you guys, as well as get back into content creation because I actually really, really enjoy making content. So all right. So, hi, Alexia. Hi, girl. Hey. Thank you for joining. Um, Ali says, best advice for someone has a layout to a course and wants to do it him or herself. Yes. I mean, well, if I understand you correctly, I feel like you're asking what is the best advice for someone who has a layout to a course and wants to do it him or herself? Just do it. I mean, that's really the best advice that I have. I personally created my Crickets to Client course completely by myself. However, I did get it looked at, not only by my clients. My clients love the course, from what they tell me, but I did get it looked at someone else who told me that I could like tweak a couple of things. So I think it does help to have someone to audit your course outside of just my clients. Because my clients, they just, they love me. They're like, the course is great, but I know sometimes, giving the information could be presented or delivered in a better way. Like I think on some of the things I just had so much text on the like slides. So it's like little things like that where the knowledge is great, but just the delivery and the course creation could be improved. Some of that is stuff that, of course, you just create it and then you learn and you just make it better and better. But yeah, I would say the first advice is just to get it done. If you have people like a mentor or a coach who can like look over it for you, definitely go for that and get that, advice. But other than that, just go for it. Do it. Do what you think is right now and put it out and understand that it can be better, if you move forward. Um, if it's like a large course, I would personally get some second eyes on it because what you don't want is you don't want to spend all of your time creating an entire course and it's not what your target audience needs, or it's not what they really want, or it's not like going to sell, or it's not going to land well. So I would say that you should probably get some eyes on it. Make sure you've done your market research to make sure it's something that people want and all of those fun things. But if you pretty much have the framework, you've already done the market research, just go for the course and do it. Alexia says, it's so good to see you. Can't wait to hear the gems you drop. Yes, we are dropping gems today. I'm so excited as well. And it's so good to see that you're here as well. And thank you for joining. Ali says, what did you use to hire the virtual assistant? Fiverr. So I'm using Fiverr to hire the virtual assistant. Yeah, that's what I'm currently using just for right now because I'm so new to having a virtual assistant. In the future, I do have like an assistant in mind that I would like to hire more locally that can actually help me with some things. Like, for example, creating like maybe doing a little bit of more of like running around with local things. Like for example, I created a certification for my course. So now I'm giving out actual certificates, but those have to be like printed out and I want to make sure they look good. So my local assistant would be able to do more things like that, that I really, it's not that I can't do them, but they take time away from me actually making money. You know what I mean? So I would love to hire like locally in the future to help me with some of the things like just running around types of things. But for now, we're just using Fiverr and we're doing it virtually for right now. But I'm super excited because honestly, I've been needing an assistant for a while. Yeah, it's just I've been trying to do everything myself, and girl, it's been a mess. Well, not girl, because Ali asked, but I'm looking at Alexia's name. It's been a mess. Me trying to do everything myself. Not a mess on the outside of things. It's been coming off good, but I have been more stressed and overwhelmed than I technically have to be, if I just had someone helping me out. I think a lot of these things could be easier. All right, so Alexia says, did you already hire the virtual assistant? Today we did kind of like a consultation interview type of situation. I'm also having another one with another virtual assistant tomorrow. So I'm still in the process of choosing exactly who I want to hire. I have not chosen anyone just yet. So I haven't chosen anyone yet. Yeah. So if you know somebody, feel free to send them my way because I am looking for a good virtual assistant. Um, but the situation is I'm learning, so I'm kind of like starting off small, and then once I feel like I'm a good boss, you know what I mean? That's when I will really get into hiring like maybe a full-time position and really, stepping into the CEO role a lot more. Okay, Alexia says, asking for myself, LOL, are you still accepting applicants? Yeah, technically, yeah, I am still interested. So if you are interested, maybe we can have a chat around what it would look like for you to be my assistant. I don't know what your rates and stuff are. Because on Fiverr, I think I was looking at someone who was like $15 for like an hour, and it was like $50 for like 6 hours. So I'm just kind of getting my feet wet with the hiring, like I said. I don't know if that's undercharging for you personally. But yeah, I'm getting my feet wet right now. So yeah. But yeah, I'm still accepting applications. I am still looking for someone. It's still open. I do have two people who I'm considering, but yeah, Ali says, I had the same question, and Fiverr is so inexpensive. Yes, yes, it is. I think it's perfect for me to like get my feet wet, understand exactly what I need from a virtual assistant. And then I think in the future, I'll be able to hire someone on, a higher level capacity. But for now, I just need someone to manage these emails. I need someone to manage my DMs. I need someone to send out emails, to respond to emails. I need someone to help me with calendar and scheduling management, so I can make sure I'm on point. Maybe a little bit of like content graphics creation as well. All of the things that aren't completely directly making me money. And that way I can spend more time on things that I love to do, which are taking more clients and working with clients more, as well as content creation and stepping into that stepping into that content creation part of things. So that's what I'm really thinking of. Ali says you need a lighting on your left side. The sun is still out, so you're gonna have to deal with this lighting, Ali. This is what it is right now. If the sun goes down, I'll put on my lighting, but this is it. All right. Any questions around coaching? Thanks for letting me talk a little bit about my like virtual assistant needs. I feel like I am definitely scaling my business, and I got to the point to where I was like trying to do everything myself. And I think a part of me was like, I'm comfortable, you know what I mean? And so now I'm like, okay, girl, you want your business to be better, bigger, you want to help more people. I really, really want to start a group coaching program, but I want to do it with help. I don't want to do it by myself because I want the community to be popping for the group coaching program. Um I just want to make sure that I'm not feeling overwhelmed and stressed by trying to take like 10 to 15 clients at a time. I just want it to be, good. All right. So, any questions about how to build a successful coaching business? Let's get into it. Let's get into it. I'm such a lightweight, so I took like a couple of sips of this and I feel like I'm already feeling it. And thank you guys for joining me today and for liking my video. I love you guys so much. I love my YouTube family so much. All right. Any questions? No questions tonight? Let's see. 7:17. Okay. I wrote a little agenda of what I could talk about. Well, while you guys come up with your questions, I'll just talk about more of my program until someone asks questions. So I think the last time that I went live, I don't think my Crickets to Clients course had been fully created. I think I was like in the process of creating it, but it had not been completely finished. Um, so now it is finished. It is so good. I feel like I'm forever going to be tweaking it because that's just the type of person I am. But I'm so excited about it, and clients are loving it, and it just makes me feel so good. So, if you are someone who's been looking for help with actually building your coaching business, maybe help finding your niche, your target audience, and then that one-on-one help from me as well, help with packaging your services, help with overcoming some of those mindset obstacles and really taking action. Crickets to Clients is a great option for you. Um, it merges the coaching side of things. So we talk a lot about the coaching basics, and it merges that with the business side of things, which is what I find that not only I struggled with when I first started, but a lot of other coaches struggle with turning it into a business. Um, so yeah, shameless plug. Okay, so Alexia says, what advice do you have for those who are struggling to pick a niche? All right, so Alexia, first of all, I hope you're not still struggling to pick a niche. We need to talk. But if you are struggling to pick a niche, what I would say is choose something, see in your body how it feels to you, if you feel drawn to it. Do market research to see how other people respond to it. In my program, I have people conduct, okay, I think I do need light actually. I have people conduct a market research survey where you're actually validating your ideas. And then once you have that information from your clients about what they need, start coaching from that niche. You have to pick a niche, you have to take action within that niche to actually see if you like it or not. And that's what I think people shy away from is they feel like, okay, I'm going to pick this niche and I'm going to keep thinking about it. There's no more thinking that needs to happen about your niche after you choose your niche. Now you need to actually coach within that niche and take action within that niche, to see if you actually like it, to see if your clients are responding well to it, to see if it feels good for you. Only then can you know if you've chosen the right niche for you. And only then can you really get like become that expert in that niche. So when I first started my coaching business, I branded myself as only a mindset coach for entrepreneurs, right? So I was like, okay, I'm a mindset coach with entrepreneurs. The reason why I chose mindset is because my background is in mental health and because I had taken my NLP certification. So I felt very confident talking about mindset and the different elements of it. However, because I was helping entrepreneurs, I soon started learning more about business. And because I was building my own business, I soon started learning more about what it takes to create a business, what it takes to sell with confidence, the mindset that it takes to sell, marketing strategies and sales strategies. But that only came from me actually coaching. So the choosing the niche, I feel like is not it's the hard part, but it's not the hard part. I think it's the choosing it and sticking to it that people find really hard. And so you have to stick to it and you have to trust your gut and you have to understand that you're not going to be able to just choose something and know like right then and there. You know what I mean? That it's right for you. Not everyone works like that. Some people have to choose something and take action in it and see whether or not they like it and then tweak it based off of their experience. So that I think is a more realistic way of truly settling in on a niche and seeing if it's right for you, but it comes through taking action, you guys. So that's the advice that I would say for someone who is struggling to pick a niche, especially if you've chosen something and you like it, it sounds good, but you're still not sure. You're sure that you want to do it, but you need to actually validate those ideas with someone by coaching in that niche, by helping clients in that niche. Only then will you really know if you can help clients in that niche. So essentially, you have to be willing to fail. And that's the part that some people are not willing to do, but you have to be willing to fail to reach success, because failure is not true failure. It's just stepping ladders to success. So that is the advice that I would give for that. And I hope that was helpful. All right. So Alia says, as a coach, what do you spend your free time on? So many things, Ali. I love reading. I love reading books. And as a coach, I find myself reading more books than ever. And the reason is because I started recognizing that there were things that I needed to be able to help my clients on that I had not yet, either I hadn't struggled with it as badly, so I didn't know the words to put to help people with, or I hadn't yet worked on it myself. So I find myself reading a lot of books and taking in a lot of information so that I can personally be a better coach. So reading is super huge. Right now, I'm reading The Mastery of Self by Don Miguel Ruiz Jr., who is the son, I believe, of the person who wrote the Four Agreements. So his son wrote something called Mastery of Self. And then next, I'll be reading All About Love by Bell Hooks. So I read tons of self help books to help me as a coach. Other than that, I spend a lot of time with friends and loved ones as a coach. I have truly now understood the beauty of your support system and why it's so important to build a great support system. So I spend a lot of time with friends. I spend a lot of time with mentors and like other coaches as well, other people who are entrepreneurs, and just pick their brain, and we all just kind of exchange, energies and things like that, and exchange ideas. So I spend a lot of time with that. I spend a lot of time taking care of myself now. So self care has become so much more important to me as a coach because it's something that I talk to my clients about. So I feel like I also have to live it. And not only that, but it helps me to be better for my clients and to be better for my family, for my friends, just be better for everyone. So I do a lot of self care as well. So I'll give you three things that I spend my time on. Obviously, I do other things, too, but those are the three that I'll talk about now. Okay, so Reaching Higher says, hello, how do you find an in demand niche in the coaching industry? Okay, so in demand niche, when I think of in demand, I think of profitable. Market research is going to be the key, Reaching Higher, to finding a niche that is in demand. I can't go into too much detail about how to do market research, but it's in my program if you're interested in knowing more. But essentially, what market research is it's clarifying and validating your ideas that you have within yourself with real people in your niche. So, for example, if you are someone who wants to work with busy moms, then you need to start talking to busy moms. You need to start talking to them and asking them questions about what do they need? What would they be willing to pay for? What would they be willing to pay for? What would they need to see in a program to make it willing to make it worth their money? Right? So those are all questions that you want to ask for people in your niche. What are they struggling with? What are their pain points? What are their goals? What type of life do they envision within themselves? Asking your target audience these questions lets you know if your niche is actually a problem that people would pay to solve. And that is the difference between you just having ideas and doubting yourself, and you actually talking to people in your target audience and understanding their needs and what they want and getting validated by real people. Because think of the difference. If we're just sitting in a room by ourselves, we might have these grand ideas, but we don't know whether or not the people who we are wanting to help are going to think highly of these ideas that we have. Only until we validate these ideas with real people in our target audience will we then feel confident to show up as a coach in that niche. Do you get what I'm saying? So a lot of coaches, they try to put out programs, they try to create all of this content based off of just their own ideas, and either they don't see any traction or they don't feel confident, and it's because they're not doing their market research with real people who are going to come back and tell them, hey, that is a great idea, I would pay thousands of dollars for that. Imagine if you have someone telling you that from doing your market research, then now you'll feel more confident stepping into that niche and stepping into that role as a coach within that niche. So that's what I would say. Do your research. You can just Google different niches in coaching, but I would say do market research to see if it's something that's really, really good for you. And then also ask yourself, is this something that I could do for a long time? Because I think that that's super important as well. But even still, you can always change. You know what I mean? God willing, life is a long journey and you can always change and do something different if you so want to because it's your business. Who's going to stop you? All right. So the next question we have I think I'm saying it, Starzen says, what would be your advice for someone who wants to do coaching but doesn't know about what the courses should be like? Like generally I am into career coaching, also not sure if I am qualified. So if you want to do coaching but you're not sure about are you creating the course, Stars in? Because if you're trying to create a course, I would say don't create a course first for your first coaching program. I would not recommend you create a course for your first coaching program. I would recommend you do that market research like we're talking about, understand your clients and how to speak to them, and then create some simple version of a coaching program. That you start coaching people using to see from them what they want and how they're responding to what you've created. If you're interested in something like career coaching, I imagine that you probably have some type of experience with career coaching, whether it be creating resumes or helping, or maybe you yourself have gone to a different job. Um, or something like that. But I would start writing down why you are qualified. If you don't feel that you're qualified, then that's there may be something there, but I would have to know you more to know why you would feel that way and whether or not you truly were qualified to teach in that. But if you don't feel qualified, then you're not going to coach from a place of confidence. So that's some inner work that you would want to do first. You definitely want to be coaching from a niche that you feel qualified in. So yeah. Okay. Ali says, what platform or method do you use to conduct a market research? So I encourage people to create a market research survey, um, asking questions to their target audience. So you can do that through any place. I tried to use Typeforms, but they were trying to charge me money. So I usually tell clients to use like Google Forms or something like that. But yeah, I would create a survey that's asking them questions that you feel like you need to know to grow your business. All right, Ali says, me and you have the same dilemma. Ali says, my friend is asking, what do you mean by a support system? So, when I say support system, I mean surrounding yourself with people around you who you can talk to about your life and whatever your goals are. So, if your goal is to be a coach, you should have other people who are coaches or trying to be a coach within your support system. Another part of your support system can be a coach, right? So, I hired a coach when I was trying to build my business, and she was a part of my support system because she was someone who I could talk to that really understood what I was going through and could help give me tips and strategies to move forward. So your support system could be filled with anyone, friends, family. It could be filled with personal or professional supports, but it's just surrounding yourself with people who believe in you, who you can talk to, who are empowering you, and who can provide you with value. And then also you do the same for them. It's definitely not going to be energy vampires, right? Or people who completely drain your social battery. Those are people that you want to limit your time with or pretty much stay away from. So, yeah, your support system is just a group of people who support you. And you want to do the work to get that support system because we can't do it alone. Just like I was talking about earlier on in this live, how I was trying to do everything in my business completely alone. I'm having to hire an assistant, and that person is now going to be a part of my professional support system. So that's what I mean. It's just having people around you who can help you to excel because truthfully, we only can get to a certain place all by ourselves, right? And it's not very far. Let's be honest. We are amazing people. Yes, we are. We can do a lot of things, but the way the world works, we can't do everything by ourselves. There are just some things that we don't know. You know what I mean? So, surrounding yourself with people who can help can be a game changer, especially if it's an accountability partner, because then you can meet with someone from week to week who you can add, who is holding you accountable to your actual goals that you've set. So instead of you just being in your head, what if you don't feel like doing something, that week? Well, if you know that you have to meet with someone, then you're more likely to get it done because all of a sudden you don't want to disappoint that person or you don't want to show up to your accountability meeting not having it done. So these are all benefits of having people in your life to hold you accountable and to support you and to encourage you. So that's what I mean by a support system, Ali. Reaching Higher says, great. Thank you so much. I appreciate your response. You are so welcome. It is my pleasure. Starzen says, I have experience with resume writing. Why I feel that is because I'm going through a career change myself and my result doesn't come with flying colors. Okay. So yeah, so that's what we call imposter syndrome. It's when you want to show up in a certain space, but you feel like you are not qualified. The fact that you have resume experience with resume writing means that you can help people with resume writing, especially if you've had, um, especially if you've had results from it in the past with your resume writing. So, what you're going to have to do, Starzen, is do mindset work. You're going to have to write down, I would encourage you to write down a list of the things that have happened in your life that make you qualified to be a career coach. So write down that list because what our brain does is it's trying to keep us safe. It's trying to keep us from making some type of a mistake, or it's trying to keep us from feeling embarrassed. And in the process of our brain trying to keep us safe, it also can hold us back because of things like imposter syndrome and limiting beliefs and just fear, right? Um, it served its purpose when we were back in the caveman days and we had to, make sure that we weren't getting eaten by a woolly mammoth or whatever. But now, if you say that you're going to be a coach or you do something or you put out a piece of content and it doesn't do so well, what's really going to happen to you? You know what I mean? Nothing. People aren't even going to remember that it happened. So it's the same thing if you try to start a coaching business and it doesn't go so well, people are going to forget that you even did it in like a year or two. So the reality of the situation is you have more to gain by taking that leap and stepping into whatever niche and trying your coaching than you have to lose. Because if you do move forward with your dreams, then you could maybe build that business that you want. Maybe you want to work remote so you can travel. Maybe you have kids and you want to be there for them. If things do go well, you can meet so many people. You can make a certain amount of money for yourself. The opportunities are endless if you face your fears and actually take action. And that very thing that we are sometimes scared of doesn't actually happen. Or if it does happen, we would be fine. You know what I mean? So yeah, it sounds like Starlzen, you want to do a little bit of mindset work in the form of you writing down what makes you qualified, and then also if you feel like there are certain things that you still need to learn around career coaching, invest in learning those things. If you need to take a course yourself, or you need to hire someone to help you out, or you need to do some studies so that you can hone your skills around career coaching, do those things. So that's what I would say if you are dealing with imposter syndrome around a certain niche. It takes that mindset work and it takes a little bit of audacity, you know what I mean? To just do the darn thing. Also, one of the benefits of choosing a niche is that once you choose that niche, you're solely working in that niche. So, by you working with people in that niche and seeing what they need, seeing what they struggle with, talking about it from week to week, you start becoming a beast in that niche, right? Because you're focusing so much time and attention into learning what it takes to be successful in that niche. So that's also the beauty of niching down is that you become an expert in that niche. Okay? So I hope that was helpful. Please let me know if these tips are helping you so far. You guys, please let me know in the chat if you are enjoying this and if these are helpful for you. Give me like a thumbs up. And I'm also here for more questions if you have them. Okay, we got some thumbs up. Excellent. I'm so glad to hear that. Good, good, good. All right. So, do you guys have any more questions? Some of the common things that I get questions around are like, what programs should I create or how should I, model my program? Should I do group coaching, one on one coaching? Where do I find clients? How do I get clients to pay? There is this really unfortunate belief that people aren't going to be willing to pay. You're welcome, Ali. That people aren't going to be willing to pay for coaching. And if you are watching this video right now and you believe that people are not willing to pay for coaching, um, that is completely false. I need you to know that that is completely false. I am currently working full time from my coaching income. So people will absolutely pay for coaching. However, you have to be able to market yourself and articulate your value in a way that people really understand why they can benefit from your services. You also have to understand your clients and what they need from you, right? And some of that is going to be from doing that research, that market research, and actually talking to people and seeing what they need from you. That is a step that I think a lot of people skip when it comes to creating a business is they don't talk to people, they don't actually get out in the field and connect with people. And the reason is because it is a little scary, right? It's a little scary to start talking to people. But if you want to be an entrepreneur, that is a skill that you will have to build for yourself. And before I became an entrepreneur, I was a very shy person. You might not believe it now, but I was extremely shy. And I was scared about what people would say if I were to show up on YouTube. I was scared about what people would say if I told them that I was becoming a life coach, like who am I? Like I had all of these beliefs, but I also knew that I had certain goals that I wanted to accomplish. I knew that I wanted to live a certain lifestyle. I knew that I deserved that lifestyle. Who deserves it more than me? You know what I mean? And I asked you the same question, why should anyone deserve it more than you? No one does. But it's all about the work that you're willing to put into it. And it's all about how much are you willing to believe in yourself to actually create the lifestyle for yourself that you truly want. You can't wait for anyone else to do it for you. You have to do it yourself. So all of the shyness and the being afraid of, um, talking to people and all of that in my program, there is, and I've become a lot more like harsh, not harsh, but like on my clients about that because I'm like, you know what you want. So who deserves that more than you? No one. You deserve it. You just have to do the work and overcome any fears to get to it. And you can. If I can do it and I was super shy, you can do it too. I know you can. And so it's yeah, that was just a little bit on my soapbox. But okay, so Ali says great information. Thank you for sharing. You're welcome. It is my pleasure. Starzin says thank you so much, Brynja. That's so helpful, inspiration and information. You are so welcome. It is my pleasure. Um, it is my pleasure. This is really something that I'm super passionate about, and I love coaching so much, and I love connecting with people so much. Um, it's just the best. It's just like one of the best jobs in the world. Like when you find something and you just really enjoy it. I literally get to wake up and I have my meetings with sessions and we just get to talk and we get to have fun during our sessions and we get to brainstorm content and we get to, laugh and we get to be creative and we get to help them work toward their dreams. And in the process of that, I'm also building my dream. And it's just amazing. I just love it so much and I want it for so many other people, but I also understand that it does take, work. And so the question that anyone here I would encourage you to ask yourself are you willing to do the work? Are you willing to fail in order to get success? Are you willing to maybe look a little cringy on Instagram? You know what I mean? So that you can figure out what people actually like and what content actually works for you. Are you willing to not be perfect? Are you willing to be a little bit imperfect and let people know that you're human, so that you can become a beast in your niche? I should make that a slogan, become a beast in your niche. Yeah, are you willing to do those things? Those are the questions that I would want you to ask yourself before you step into this coaching thing because honestly, building a business is not the easiest thing. If it was the easiest thing, everyone would do it. And now I'm at the point in my business where I want clients who are really, really willing to bet on themselves. They're really, really willing to do the work and they believe in themselves. Even if it's like a little bit of a struggle, at the end of the day, they want to create something for themselves. They want a certain lifestyle, so they're going to do the work. That's the type of person you have to be a coach and to be a successful entrepreneur. All right, so Tracy Jefferson. Hi, Tracy. Thank you guys so much for joining, by the way. Says, hello, I'm about to take an accelerated coaching course in September. You have truly inspired me. Thank you. It is my pleasure, Tracy. Good luck in your course, and I wish you the very best. Let me know if you have any questions leading up to your coaching that you would like to ask today. Starlzen says, that's exactly my problems. I think you're talking about, what is it called? Like showing up confidently as a coach, right? And being a little bit shy and needing to like step up. Yeah, so that's mindset work. And it is a little bit difficult because we're so used to receiving external validation and sometimes we're so used to basing our confidence off of what are other people going to think, right? What are other people going to say if I do this? What are they going to do if I do this? Well, guess what? It doesn't matter what they do. And whatever they do, you can learn from it. But it has to start within you, that fire, that desire. If you tap into the reason why you want to become a coach and the reason why you want to grow a business, then you will be able to grow that business. You will feel more confident because it's coming from the inside out and it's not based of how other people are perceiving you. That is a very dangerous way of going about not only coaching and entrepreneurship, but going about life. Because guess what? People's views on you can change all the time, right? Different people that you meet are going to have different views on you. So if you're placing your like worth of yourself or your perspective of yourself and other people and what they're going to think, then you're always going to be just like this, a roller coaster, because some people are going to meet you and they're going to love you, like think you're the best person in the world. And then some people are going to meet you and they're going to think, just not my cup of tea. And so if that person who thinks you're not their cup of tea, like, are you going to let them completely break your confidence and determine what you do with your life? I sure hope not. You know what I mean? So that's where that inner work comes from of placing, that within yourself. Okay, so Alexia says we have the best talks. Yes, we do. Yes. And girl, I'm ready for you, okay? To come back. All right. Yeah, we do have some really good talks. I really enjoy just chatting with my clients and we talk a lot of business for sure, but we talk a lot of life because business will help you get your life together. That is one thing about starting a business is it will help you get your life together and especially a coaching business. It just forces you to work on your own personal growth journey. And so the talks that we have during our sessions are, really fruitful in so many ways. And yeah, I appreciate the talks that we've had, Alexia. All right, Starl Zen says the shyness and stuff. Okay, yeah. So yeah, overcoming that shyness. It comes from the doing. Confidence comes from the doing. I used to feel like I was shy, but I realized that it wasn't that I was shy. I had an inner belief that I could not show up as myself in front of other people. And that's really what shyness is, really. It's playing small because you're worried or you're nervous about what other people are going to think of you. So if you are not worried about other people are going to think of you and you think that you are the best, like the best thing since sliced bread, then when you show up in front of other people, you're pulling from an inner energy. You're pulling from an inner source of power to where you're good. You can show up, you know who you are, and you can show up in front of other people as yourself because you love yourself and you know yourself and you know that whatever you're doing is coming from a genuine place and you know that you're trying your best and you're kind to yourself and so you can show up, without the shyness. So yeah, I don't know how much I believe in shyness anymore. Tell me in the comments if y'all believe in shyness or if you think it's really just us feeling as if we can't show up as our authentic selves in front of other people, right? And imagine if you felt as if you could show up as your authentic self in front of other people. How shy would you really feel? Or would you feel confident? Would you feel like excited to show who you are because you love who you are, I don't know how shy we would really feel once we do that self-work. And this is coming from a person who was very shy, who now is not so shy because I believe in myself, I trust myself. I know that if I say something that's imperfect, that's okay. I'm human. I'm not going to do everything perfect. And if someone else is trying to make me perfect or trying to, think that I should be perfect, then that's none of my business. Because I just am who I am, right? So, okay, I'm going to get off that soapbox, but it's something that I struggled with and something that to become an entrepreneur, the shyness stuff has to kind of take a back seat a little bit so you can really, really step into your power and show up as the amazing person that you are. Because you are amazing and you have so much power. All right, so Alexia says, quote, building a business will help you get your life together. The truest statement. 100%. Building a business will show you all of your insecurities. It will make you face your fears. It will humble you. It will excite you. It just does it all. And I love it for that. I love entrepreneurship for that. It takes you right out of your comfort zone and it encourages you to stop playing small and to step into the person that you want to be, the person that you really truly are deep down. They just need to come out. All right, so Tracy says, what book do you recommend for me to read before starting coaching? That is a great question, as Starlzen said. So, so many books. So, let's see, because I have my library back here, and I have read so many books before I started coaching. I read some coaching books. One of them, let me grab one of them. Should I? I'll tell you which one I think you should read. So, let's see. There's a couple of them, Tracy. One of them is one of the books is specific to coaching, and it's something that just helped me just kind of become more comfortable, and that's called Coaching Millions by Milana Lesinsky. So I used to bring this book everywhere when I was going through my coaching certification program. And it just helped me to learn what coaching was and just how to build a business. Just gave me some ideas about it. And then the other book that I would encourage right now is called The Mountain Is You. And this is a huge recommendation. The reason why, and this is by Brianna Wiest. The reason why I would encourage you to get this particular book is because usually what I find with clients when it comes to building their coaching business is um, a lot of mindset things, a lot of the things that we're talking about today, as far as like shyness and how do I show up in front of people and who am I to coach. Overcoming all of those limiting beliefs is going to be one of the best steps that you can take to actually building a successful coaching business and becoming an entrepreneur. And so, this book, The Mountain Is You, is a self help book around overcoming self sabotage. So, it's going to actually help you to understand where my. I have a postcard from Seattle in here. But it's going to help you recognize, where am I stopping myself, right? Where am I holding myself back? And how can I overcome that resistance? So those are two books that I would encourage for you to start with when it comes to your coaching business. Further than that, once you actually start coaching, it will become apparent, I think, the types of books that you need for yourself. For me, one was Mastery of Self. For me, another one was The Mountain of You, because I found ways that I was self-sabotaging and also my clients were self-sabotaging. And I had to understand how to speak to them about how to not self-sabotage, right? So to understand that fully, I needed to do a little bit of research to become a better coach. And in the process, it helped me. So thanks for asking that question. That was such a good question. Such a good question. Alexia says, "I know I'm coming back soon." Yes, I'm so excited to have you back. The program's gotten better. My coaching has gotten better. So I'm excited to have you back, and I definitely miss you and love your just love your energy and everything. So super excited to work with you again in the future. So Ali says, "Do you think it is a good idea to switch the content from one language to English?" I know, Ali, we talked about this previously, and I think this is a very case by case basis that I would encourage you to be validated by market research. So this is not one of those questions that I can just tell you. This is something that is going to be specific to your channel, specific to the inner workings of your channel, specific to the audience for your channel. It's going to be specific to how they respond if you were to talk only in English. You would have to actually try it and see how people respond to it to understand whether or not it's going to work with you. And that's the thing, you guys, about some questions that you have. Some things you cannot know unless you do them. And the reason is because not everything is black and white, right? And that's why when you hire a coach, they actually help you to do that trial and error and to do it in a way that is strategic and also to bounce back from it if it doesn't go the best, right? It's much harder feeling discouraged and going through something completely alone than going through something with someone else, a coach or accountability partner or whatever, and having someone to still be rooting you on and say, okay, that didn't work, but let's try this. So that would be my response to that particular question, is that to really be able to tell you that I would have to do like a full YouTube audit of your channel, see who your audience is, how they're responding, and then we would probably do a little bit of trial and error and market research for your specific content and for your specific channel. All right, Tracy Jefferson says, "I'm not shy at all." Good. That's good. "My favorite job was a trainer. I had to be in front of lots of people." That is very good, Tracy. That means that you hopefully are already comfortable speaking in front of other people and you understand that people are people. They're human too. All the people that were worried about judging us, they're human too. They are imperfect too. And if they, want to say something negative about you, I personally think that that has a lot more to say about them. Now, can you learn from criticism? Of course. Some criticism has a place, and criticism and feedback can help us to grow and to get better at our craft and things like that. But it doesn't have to be a personal attack on your character. You know what I mean? Like, it's not even who you always are. Like, who I was 2 years ago as a coach when I first started is not who I am now. We evolve as people. And so people know that, people understand that. And sometimes we're our harshest critics. So that's where some of that shyness can come from, or that fear of showing up on social media, or that fear of what will people say if I say I'm a coach? All of those things can come in. All right, so Ali says, shyness is wicked. Don't let it stop you. Face your fear of shyness and practice it with people. Absolutely. If you are feeling shy, start getting out and practicing with people. Challenge yourself to go to social events. I know that COVID is kind of like a thing, but if you're open, go out and start interacting with people. Something that really helped me overcome my shyness was joining coaching groups. It was joining meetup groups. Meetup.com was a great resource for me to just start meeting up with people and telling them about what I do. And I still have friends from those meetup groups today. It was to start doing things out in my community, start going to places alone and just talking to people, and the more that you practice it, and you basically rewire your brain to know that, okay, it's safe to talk to people. People aren't going to eat me alive if I say something silly. The more that you train your brain to understand that it is safe to interact with people, the less you will see that shyness start to pop up. Tracy says, thank you so very much. You are so welcome. It is my pleasure. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Do you guys have any more questions for me? Y'all have been asking some amazing questions tonight. Um, and I think tonight we've really been able to like dig into some of the mindset things, I think, that stop people from becoming a coach. While you guys are figuring out any other questions, my coaching course is live. It is complete. It is called Crickets to Clients, and I am so proud of it. I'm so proud of just how my business is evolving, how I am needing to scale my business now and hire an assistant and all of those lovely things. And it's just been a very humbling journey, a very exciting and inspiring journey, a journey that I'm very proud of, and a very fun journey too. It's been a very self-reflective journey for me, something that has made me grow and mature in a lot of ways, personally and professionally. Um, And so, yeah, if you are someone who is struggling to get clients, or maybe you don't really understand coaching, maybe you're not sure whether or not you should get certified, or you should not get certified, you should just start coaching. My program is perfect for not only teaching you the coaching basics, because we absolutely go over the coaching basics, but we also go step by step talking about the business side of things, how to actually get paying clients. We talk about what do you do in the beginning to even learn how to get clients? And we talk about market research and a lot of the things that I share with you guys tonight. We talk about beta programs and should I work with people for free in the beginning? Should I not? We talk about social media content and all of the questions that are being asked around, like, should I do this with my channel or should I do that with my channel? One thing I will say is some people will try to get these types of answers from free content. You can't. You can't unless you have someone who is literally looking at your channel and giving you advice. And so don't cheat yourself. Please be willing to invest in yourself, because if you're not willing to invest in yourself, why would you think that someone would be willing to invest in you if you're not even ready or willing to do it for yourself? You know what I mean? So if you're gonna go and ask someone for $1,000 for your course or what have you, or $3,000 for your program, if you're not willing to invest, how do you even know to speak to the power of investing in yourself to encourage people to invest in your program? So don't be afraid of investing in yourself, you guys, if it's something that you really truly want. If you really want to go into coaching, invest in yourself. Don't cheat yourself. You matter and you're important and your goals are important. So, um, yeah, that's what I'll say about that. So, Alexia says, when is the next live? So, the next live, I am going to try to do these every 2 weeks. So, the next live is probably going to be on a Saturday, probably around like 10, 11 ish. And I'm going to start putting these on my calendar, like my actual calendar. My assistant is going to help me with that once they are hired to really start prioritizing these lives because I think it's a space where, we can just connect. Like I'm literally sipping wine and talking to you guys at sunset. Like this is fun to me. You know what I mean? And not only that, but you guys also seem to love these lives and love just interacting real time. And so yeah, the next one is likely going to be in 2 weeks on a Saturday. I am going to send out an email list. So if you are interested, hold on. Sorry, I'm going to put my application form in the chat. So if you are interested in working together, feel free to fill out this application form. I'll also put it in the description box of this live. If you are interested in just emailing me, I'll put my email address as well. It's just hello@briniabain.com. So hello@briniabain.com for hopefully that showed up okay. It may have or may have not. But yeah, reach out to me. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. My Instagram DMs are open as well. I'll put my Instagram here as well. But if you are interested in the program, feel free to just apply. There's no cost to just apply and to hop on a free one-on-one discovery call to see if it's a good fit for you. I will say that the investment for my course and one-on-one coaching, because right now I'm running it as still a hybrid program where you have access to the self-paced course and to the one-on-one coaching with me per week. It will not always be like that. I will be creating a group coaching version of this and I will be letting go of the one-on-one. So if you're interested in coaching with me one-on-one, now is your time to okay, perfect. Now is your time to get in because I will not be doing one-on-ones forever because I want to work with more people and I also want more of a community feel in the future. But if you want my one-on-one help, that is still available right now. So yeah, that's my next live. Alexia says 10 out of 10 recommend the program for those who are interested. Thank you so much, Alexia. Thank you so much for saying that. Yeah, the program is really great. I know I created the program, so it's like I'm tooting my own horn, but I really put a lot of heart into this program. And not only that, I did a lot of research and I surveyed people. Like it came from my experience. Like this course is jam packed with information. And then, of course, we have a lot of fun in our one on one chats too. um, all right, so Ali says, I can volunteer to be a moderator if you're interested. Let's talk about that next time, maybe, Ali, for you moderating for me. I appreciate that. But all right, you guys, so any other questions before I wrap up? I hope that you guys enjoyed tonight. Y'all definitely came through, gave me some likes. Oh my gosh, I didn't even mention it, but we're almost at 5,000 subscribers on this channel. So I just want to thank every single person who is watching this. Thank you, every single person who is subscribed to this channel. I just really, truly want to thank you. Creating a YouTube channel and creating a coaching business has literally changed my life. I am living out like the life of my dreams right now. And I feel like it's still very near the beginning. You know what I mean? I know that it can get so much better than this, but it has just really like just made me so happy. So thank you guys so much for subscribing, for watching, for the comments. If you're watching this, do hashtag replay. Let me know you're watching. And just thank you all so much for joining me. So thank you. Great live. Fantastic. Congratulations. Woo! Woo! We did it. Almost. I think I have like 10 people. So thank you guys so much for joining. We'll be going live in about 2 weeks. Like I said, I am going to keep these up. This is going to be a new priority of mine because these are so much fun. So I hope y'all show up and I will see you later. Thank you, Ali. All right. Bye, you guys. Bye.